is Paola Martinez.
Jennifer Flores.
Charik Roa.
And today we are with the cabin crew, Cristian Espitia. First question is, what are the maximum flight hours allowed in the month?
Well, we can fly 50 hours per month, 15 days, uh, 50 hours each 15 days, and the other 40 hours in the other 50 days. Totally 90 hours per month is the maximum.
Okay. And second is, what documents is required to fly?
Okay, we need the passport, the medical license, medical license, and we need to technical license issued by the Civil Aeronautic of Colombia, where it contains the habilitation or the airplane habilitation which airline requires, and the swimming certificate and the yellow fever vaccination card.
Okay. What is the sequence of a flight?
Okay, first of all, as soon as we arrive to the airport, we need to make a briefing with the pilot and the other flight attendant. And we talk some items that we are going to do inside the airplane. But we need to check the documents that we mentioned before. Before. And then after that, we need to get on the airplane and check all the emergency equipment of the airplane, and to check that everything inside the airplane are in good conditions, and then the passenger get on the airplane. That is the sequence.
Okay.
After checking all the emergency equipment.
Okay. And what are the benefits of working for an airline?
Well, we have some benefits. Some tickets, and some. It depends on the airlines. For example, you have a 8% of discount on each ticket, and or only you have to pay the taxes at the airport. But in most cases, you need to pay only the taxes.
Okay.
And sometimes we had some agreement with some hotels around the world.
According to your personal experience, what is the most stressful on the flight?
I think that it depends. It's how to manage that situation, because when you don't have experience, maybe you don't know how to manage that stressful situation. I think that in the first years, I had some stressful situations because I didn't have the experience how to manage that passengers, because we don't know what happened with that passenger before. Maybe he had a bad day, maybe he had some stomach ache or headache, or a lot of situations that could happen before. So in this moment, we don't have any situation, because we try to manage that with another flight attendant.
Have you had any emergency flight? What was it, and how was the producer?
Yes, I remember that I had flight to London, and I was giving the dinner, and suddenly a boy pressed the call button to call the flight attendant. And when I was when I arrived to that passengers, I realized that he was sweating, and with his swollen slit, and with some red circles around his body. So I was very scared. So the procedure in that cases is that we need to call a doctor requesting a free medical assistant. So in that moment, a doctor report us, and the doctor managed that situation. The doctor told us that we need to looking for an injection in the medical equipment, and the doctor applied that injection to the boy, and the boy was getting better.
What is the process for hiding especially passenger?
Okay, first, the special passengers in most cases need to aboard first, because we need to give a briefing. We need to show the emergency exits, and we need to show where is the toilet and where is the button to call the flight attendant. We need to tell him or tell her how we can help in case of an emergency.
Do you have breaks on the flight?
Yes, it depends on the flight, it depends on the day. We had some breaks. Sometimes if we need to switch the airplane, we have 1 hour, 2 hours inside the airplane or outside the airplane at the airport.
And you, how do you get cabin crew member?
Since when I was a child, I went to San Andres Island. So when I get on the airplane, when I got the airplane, so I realized that that job was incredible because you can travel a lot, you can know different culture. So I told to my parents that I wanted to study to being a flight attendant. So then when I finished my high school, I started to study for flight attendant in ECOA, and then I worked at the airport for 8 months, and then I applied to Copa Airlines, and I I could get it.
Okay. How was the experience on your first flight?
Well, I remember that my first flight was to Leticia, and I was very scared. I remember that I asked a lot to my supervisor because I tried to do my best effort, and I didn't wanted to get off the airplane because I was very excited. It was a good experience. Um, I want to talk with all passengers, and it was a good experience.
Okay. Have you meet someone famous during a flight?
Yeah, I have met with some famous characters. I remember with some singers and some YouTubers and some actors and some TV presenters like Andrea Serna, YouTubers with Jefferson Cosio, La Liendras, and some other famous Instagrammers, and singers with some vallenato singers a lot, Nelson Velasquez, and some popular music singers a lot. Travel, yes, yeah, with those.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.